Mm-hmm. Mockingjay Part 2 is coming out this Friday, hard to believe, and I figured now's the time to do it. My thoughts going into video. Now, first, I'm just gonna real quick sum up how I feel about the Hunger Games as a franchise and the films, and then we'll get into it. So, books overall I enjoyed, like the first one. The second one I thought was pretty good, and the third one I like up until the last bit. And the movies, I more or less feel they've done a good job adapting it into film. I mean, I have reviews of them all. There's links to them in the description below, so if you want to check them out there, you can. First one I liked. Second one, thought pretty solid. Nothing wrong with it. Mockingjay Part 1, not much happened, but I felt like they used their time well. Every scene felt necessary, and they more or less conveyed the story well. And in that same vein, I feel like Mockingjay Part 2 is going to continue the Hunger Games tradition of making a really solid adaptation. Now, the part they're doing in Mockingjay Hunger Games isn't the best part. I mean, a lot of people have a problem with the ending, but I think they're going to roll with the punch. The filmmakers behind the Hunger Games really get the material. They know the right amount of give and take. So I feel like it's a bad ending, but they're going to do it well. They're going to represent it and depict it to the best of their abilities, to a point where it's like, yes, even if you think the ending's like, it's like, yeah, this wasn't a good ending, but hey, they did the best they could. It's sort of like Dark Disciple. It's like, even when I was enjoying, like, Christy Golden did a good job adapting it, and I feel like this movie's going to be similar. It's going to be well shot. It'll definitely. I don't think it's going to be a time issue. I mean, there's enough story left in Mockingjay that you could do it in a 2-hour movie and have it flow nicely. It should be very well shot. I feel like pacing will be fine, and it's definitely going to be a bit more exciting than the last movie. It'll be like Harry Potter. It'll be like the first half is a little slow setup, and this is like where the payoff happens. It'll just be interesting to see like whether or not people enjoy it or whether or not the ending's too much, because there isn't a whole lot of hype for this movie. I mean, Hunger Games movies tend to have like a really big, successful weekend or two, and then everyone just forgets about it and moves on. And particularly with Star Wars, with Good Dinosaur coming out, the Creed, all these big releases, and Star Wars especially, like, there's a chance Hunger Games will be forgotten about. But at the same time, again, I feel like it's the last movie. There's a big fan base. These movies tend to do well. I'm sure it'll do fine. It's just a matter of how well it'll do. And I am going to try and see this this weekend, actually. I might be going to an advanced screening of it, depending on how my schoolwork goes. So if I do get to see it, I'm going to record a vlog and just say how I feel about it right afterwards. And that's pretty much all I have to say at this point about it. Again, I'm going to have links to my reviews in the description below. Yeah, I don't really have enough to say. So, are you excited for the final Hunger Games movie? Comment below, let me know, and as always, like, dislike, comment, subscribe, and this is JStar60, and I'll see you guys later. Until then, take care.